Gipuzkoa is a province of Spain and a historical territory of the autonomous community of the Basque Country. Its capital city is Donostia-San Sebastián. Gipuzkoa shares borders with the French department of Pira. Copyright Pyrénées-Atlantiques at the northeast, with the province and autonomous community of Navarre at east, Biscay at west, Álava at southwest and the Bay of Biscay to its north. It is located at the easternmost extreme of the Cantabric Sea, in the Bay of Biscay. It has 66 kilometers of coastland. With a total area of 1,980 square kilometers, Gipuzkoa is the smallest province of Spain. The province has 89 municipalities and a population of 715,148 inhabitants, from which more than half live in the Donostia-San Sebastián metropolitan area. Apart from the capital, other important cities are Irun, Errenteria, Zarautz, Mondragón, Eibar, Hondarribia, ±80, Tolosa, Beasain and Pasaia. The oceanic climate gives the province an intense green color with little thermic oscillation. Gipuzkoa is the province of the Basque Country where the Basque language is most extensively used. 49.1% of the population speak Basque. Etymology: the first recorded name of the province was Gipuzkoa in a document from the year 1025. During the following years, and in various documents, several similar names appear, such as Ipuzzo, Iposectionka, Ipuzka, among others. The full etymology of the word Gipuzkoa has not been fully ascertained, but links have been made with the Basque word Gipuz, containing the root ip which is related to the word Ipar, Ipodi and Ipuin. According to this, Gipuzkoa might refer to something to the north, or in the north. Denominations Gipuzkoa Gipuzkoa is the Basque spelling recommended by the Royal Academy of the Basque Language, and it is commonly used in official documents in that language. The Basque spelling is also mandatory in official texts from the various Spanish public administrations, even in documents written in Spanish. It is the spelling most frequently used by the Spanish-language media in the Basque Country. It is also the spelling used in the Basque version of the Spanish Constitution and in the Basque version of the Statute of Autonomy of the Basque Country. Gipuzkoa is also the only official spelling approved for the historical territory by the Juntas Generals of the province. Gipuzkoa Gipuzkoa is the spelling in Spanish, and it has been determined by the Association of Spanish Language Academies as being the only correct use outside official Spanish documents, where the use of the Basque spelling is mandatory. It is also the Spanish spelling used in the Spanish version of the Constitution and in the Spanish version of the Statute of Autonomy of the Basque Country. Geography and demographics: at 1,980 kilometers to Gipuzkoa is the smallest province in Spain. The province has 88 municipalities and 709,607 inhabitants, a quarter of whom live in the capital, San Sebastián. Other important towns are Irun, Errenteria, Zarautz, Arrasate, ±80 with an old university, Eibar, Tolosa which was the provincial capital for a short time, Beasain, Pasaia, the main port and Hondarribia, an old fort town across from the French Atlantic coast. Gipuzkoa is hilly and green linking mountain and sea, and heavily populated with numerous urban nuclei that dot the whole territory. The conspicuous presence of hills and rugged terrain has added to a special leaning towards hiking, nature and mountains on the part of Gipuzkoans. Some mountains have an emblematic or iconic significance in the local tradition, their summits being topped with crosses, memorials and mountaineer post boxes. In addition, pilgrimages which have gradually lost their former religious zeal and taken on a more secular slant are sometimes held to their summits. Some renowned mountains are Hondarribia, Errenteria, Txandoki, Alitsgori and Zarautz, amongst others. The Arala Natural Park is a conservation area on the border of Gipuzkoa and Navarre in the Arala Range. The rivers of Gipuzkoa are distinctly different from other Bay of Biscay rivers. They arise in the hilly Basque-Country landscape, flow in the south-north direction, forming close, narrow valleys before joining the ocean. The rivers extend for a short length with only a small fluctuation in the volume of water thanks to the stable rainfall all year round, and they show an abrupt drop between origin and mouth as far as the length of the river is concerned. From west to east the rivers are the Deba, Urola, Oria, Urumia, Oñati and Bidasoa. Except for a narrow strip extending east from the hamlet Ozout and the tunnel of San Adrian, the province drains its waters to the Atlantic basin. Infrastructure. The region's communication layout is in step with its geographical features, with the main lines of infrastructure along a north-south axis up to recent times along the rivers heading to the ocean. Accordingly, the Inland Way of St. James, that is the tunnel route, penetrated the province via Irun and turned southwest along the Oria River towards the provincial limits at the tunnel of San Adrian. This sketch was in operation up to 1765 when the Royal Road moved to the western Deba Valley. A minor St. James route crossed Gipuzkoa east to west along the coast. Currently, the main road cutting through Gipuzkoa largely follows that layout, that is the N1E-5 from Irun to Donostia and on to Alsace all along the Oria River for the most part. Also, the major Irun-Madrid railway runs close to the river up to its very origin on the slopes of Aitscoria train stop Ozout and Zagoma. By 1973 engineering works for the Bilbao-Behobia A8E-70 motorway had been completed, with the new road cutting across the valleys east to west and turning into the main axis between Donostia and Bilbao, besides enabling heavy load traffic to access the west and south of Spain as a toll road. The regional railway network Euskotren also follows along the coast from east to west, while it proves impractical for long distance on the grounds of its tortuous layout and as it serves small towns. The railway network reaches the border town Hondarribia before it changes to SNCF. The stretch of the A15 motorway serving Gipuzkoa and Pamplona opened in 1995, embroiled in controversy under protest and an attack campaign led by ecologists, Basque leftist nationalists and eventually ETA. Conflict resolved after a deal about the definitive layout was struck. In January 2010, following a scheme drawn up by the regional government of Gipuzkoa to improve provisions for the ever-increasing road traffic, the Molsega-Urbina April 1 motorway stretch leading to Gasteiz was completed, providing likewise access to the industrial areas of Arrasate and Bergara, the gateway to Álava by village Landa. April 1 and N1E-5 are connected by a highway east to west from Bergara and Beasain. European traffic to south of Spain avoids Donostia's metropolitan area by means of the southern outer road ring. There are plans for a high-speed rail with an X-type layout and links to the SNCF network in Hondarribia, Vitoria, Bilbao and Pamplona to be completed by 2016. Contractors were appointed, works are in place although past schedule, while strong opposition and serious financial tensions make its future uncertain. The only airport in Gipuzkoa serving just domestic flights is the San Sebastián airport located in Hondarribia, while the air transportation needs are usually served by the nearby Bilbao and Biarritz airports. Cultural traits: Gipuzkoa, a dialect of the Basque language spoken in most of the region, shows a considerable vitality and holds a prominent position among other dialects. The Basque cultural element is apparent, including traditional dances and singing, both Zarautz, Tricity and Txistu music, baseries dotting the rural landscape, town festivals, and its signature heavy sculptures from the industrial tradition, all blending with the latest Basque, Spanish and international pop culture events and design trends centered in major urban areas. Traditionally a Catholic province, its patron saints are Ignatius of Loyola, born in the neighborhood of Loyola and founder of the Society of Jesus, and Our Lady of Arantzazu. The region has produced many famous Basque football players including Jose Copyright Injalariba, José Echeverria, Xabi Alonso, Asier Illarramendi and Mikel Arteta. Notable natives and residents: Juan Sebastián Elcano, first to circumnavigate the world, 1522, San Ignacio de Loyola, saint and founder of the Society of Jesus, Sto. Domingo Eibar equal or more than plus or minus is de Iquiza, Dominican saint, martyr station. Candida Mara de Jesus, saint and founder of the Congregation of the Hijas de Jesus, Andra Copyright de Urdanita, explorer and navigator, Juan de Urbieta, soldier who captured King Francis I of France, Domingo Martinez de Irala, conquistador, Juan de Tolosa, explorer, conquistador and one of the founders of Zacatecas, Crista cubed Baldio ±8, explorer, conquistador and colonial official in New Spain, Miguel La cubed Pez de Legazpi, navigator and governor of Captaincy General of the Philippines, Martyr Ignacio de Loyola, Franciscan friar and missionary, first person to complete the world's circumnavigation twice, first time in both eastwards and westwards. Francisco de Ibarra, explorer, conquistador and the founder of the city of Durango, Lope de Aguirre, conquistador, known for his expedition of the mythical El Dorado, Miguel de Oquendo y Ceguera, a Spanish admiral, second in command of the Spanish Armada, Catalina y also, nun and soldier in the 17th century, Blas de Lezo, admiral famed for the Battle of Cartagena de Indias, Cosme de Mayo and de Churruca y el Orza, admiral of the Royal Spanish Armada, Gabriel de Mendizabal Iritar, general officer who fought in the Peninsular War, Pao Baroja y Nesi, writer, Ignacio Zuluaga, painter, José Miguel Berendiaran, anthropologist, paleontologist, Mariano Juristiatano III, Basque pelota player, Coldo Mitlina, linguist, Xabi Alonso, footballer, Luis Arcanada, footballer, Aziel Aramendi, footballer, Carlos Arguya ±1, chef, TV presenter and producer, and Basque pelota businessman, Bernardo Atxaga, writer, Jacques Azurmendi, philosopher, Iker Martinez de Lizardo y Lizarriba, Olympic sailor, Abraham Olano, road racing cyclist, 1995 World Road Champion, 1998 World Time Trial Champion, Jose Copyright Mara Olazabal, golfer and winner of Masters Tournament, Juan Mariazak, chef, Marta N. Berisategi, chef, Eduardo Chilada, sculptor, Jorge Ortiza, sculptor, Cristobal Balenciaga, fashion designer, Paco Rabanne. Fashion designer, Fernando Saveta, philosopher, Luis Mariano, tenor, Ainhoa Arteta, soprano, Idaran Pasaban, mountaineer, Alberto Ia ±Aratagi, mountaineer, Josun Beriziachu, rock climber, Jose Copyright de Urusha, explorer and settler of Texas in the 1600s. See also, List of municipalities in Gipuzkoa. Notes. References. External links, official website.